the inner work of visionary entrepreneur. Yes, visionary entrepreneur, inner work of successful entrepreneur. Why I choose this topic? Because for me, success starts with vision, with big vision. We have heart-centered community of world-class experts who join the Circle of Fame with a big mission, with big passion to share the knowledge.
The single most important mindset shift that I had when I set up my company was to actually decide that I wanted to form Alpus Group, which is my group of companies, and also to decide that I was capable to do it. We operate in an open book way so that clients get the benefit of having expert advice and also the benefit of a known commitment in terms of cost and time. So this is the unique selling proposition that we got. And it was the fact that I decided that we could do it that was the main mindset shift. Thank you.
Mindset shift was not about me. It's about them and what difference can be made over there. Made the biggest difference in moving my business forward because, doubled my fees and and was freed up in the conversations.
For me, it was an aha moment. I used to think it was my skill. And there was an aha moment when I realized I felt things coming through me. Like, did I say that? And I realized it's a gift. And when I realized it's a gift, it felt like love, not like work. And I realized it's not about me. It's not about putting me in lights. It's about helping others and using the gift. And so I help others do that as well, which is a blessing.
I was looking for something quite new. And the first thing that came to my mind was that I wanted to be a millionaire. And I always struggled for money as a teacher. We work 5 times harder than we're paid, usually, if we're conscientious. And I realized I wanted unbound access to money. I found a mentor immediately. And I was with him for a year. He's a multimillionaire, actually. And I learnt all of the skills, marketing skills, all of the millionaire track skills. And my life completely transformed. And that's what I do now.
Yeah, when I was growing up, everyone had all these formulas and processes and procedures. And even when I got into the technology world, I wasn't very fond of them because those things were created and probably worked maybe just for that moment in that context, in that environment, for that particular situation. And I always kept hearing the phrase, trust the process. It took me decades to finally realize why I was always a little frustrated because it wasn't really what I felt like doing. And until I finally broke out and said, can I do it my way? That's when things changed.
It was realizing that we're all here for a purpose. And it's a term that is being hit here a lot today, and that's to help. That's what it is for me. And that's how I got that nickname, America's Friend, because I will just help anyone. Yes, I make billion-dollar brands, but I will stop on the street and give advice to a small business owner.
Just 2 years ago, I realized that after having a coach, that I could actually continue on my wellness business that I had previously. And I could couple that with the music that I had gotten into. And when I realized that I could actually continue on with the goals that I had way back then, that was the moment that I realized this is my purpose.
I had a tough time or kind of an odd time to figure out what is a business from coming from a tax-paid system because everything is in there, so you don't have to think. So I had to start to think, and that made it uncertain, and I had a lot of setbacks in the beginning. So I started to maintain my clarity and the uncertainty by making notes.
As I was doing my daily practice this morning, I was closing my eyes and I could see 3 cities. I could see Paris, I could see London, and I could see New York. Because the mission that I am on, it's so huge and I can't do it all by myself. And I need people to help me. And I realized as I was doing this practice this morning, and it just clearly in my view, as I'm a visionary anyway, I could see these cities and the world is waiting for this, and it's about time that we took AOT out to the bigger audience, the bigger world, who could really see for themselves when they use it, what the vision really is.
I need stillness. As Parveen said, this is my first go-to place, and I need to be away from, my husband, whom I love very much, from anyone. I just need to sit quietly. Usually do that in my living room. And then I'm starting to ask the question, what is going on right now? What's happening? And I then start to analyze what are the different elements, aspects of what's going on. And my next thought is, what is for me the loving thing to do? And my third one is, where do I go now? How do I live life in this situation to the best and fullest?
When clarity is not there, I take a step back as well. Like Parveen was saying, really kind of meditate. And first is about remembering why I do this. What's my mission? And this is really, I'm here to help people. It's not about my problems. It's about others. And then it's the way I'm looking at difficulties. It's really now I look at them as opportunities. First, everything happened for a reason. So why is it there in my story? How can I learn from that? How can I deal with this on a positive way? And I realized that in my life, a lot of what I thought were setbacks actually were just an opportunity to go to the next level.